Jussie Smollett is okay with people not believing his hate crime claims.
The amount of people that have come to me and said, oh, you need to humble yourself. About what? About what? Or why are you still talking about this? Because y'all still talking about this. Why are you still defending yourself? Because you're still coming at me. What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? This could have been a lot easier had I actually done this. Because the way that it works is you admit it, you do this, you do that, you make a donation, you do that, whatever the fake Hollywood thing is that you do. But I don't know how to do that. Like, I am in this business is not in me. And so I don't operate in that same way of, and I think that that's also why sometimes it can come across as, well, what is he doing? Because this is real life. Like, I'm good at doing a fluff interview. We could joke around all day. But when we get down to the nitty gritty, I can't fuck around with y'all like that. No. Like, I can't joke and play about stuff that is really real, that's really happening in this world. Like, I want for people to understand this shit is real. Question everything.
If you wanted me to believe that for even half of a second, you would not have agreed to taking part in a documentary that's supposed to help create conversation, that there's discrepancies amongst the investigation about what's going on. You would have just done what I had hoped you would have been doing. Ignore it. Don't talk about it no more. You're not in jail. You're not going back to jail. And just continue to try to make your career what it could be. Whatever's left of it, you could try to do movies, do shows, do TV shows, all of that. You cannot, for the fucking life of me, convince me that you are okay with it. You spent so much time trying to prove your innocence. You had your defenders trying so hard. You called yourself Gay Tupac. You have got to be kidding me, my boy. But you know what? Let's read. Jussie Smollett has come to terms with people choosing to believe him or not after the allegations he staged a racist hate crime in 2019. The actor sat down with Cam Newton, of all people, on a recent episode of the Funky Friday podcast for a deep dive into his career and naturally spoke at length about the highly publicized incident. At this point, I've kind of set into the fact that most people have made up their minds about what they want to believe, whether that's in support of me or against me, he said around the 58-minute mark. Either way, okay, because at this point, my people know, my mother has always known, my siblings have known, my love has always known. I wish I could believe this, my boy. I wish that I could believe in this. Elsewhere in the interview, Smollett seemingly suggested he embellished his claims of fighting back against his attackers by explaining why he did.
Main feeling for me was, and looking back, I could see that there was this level of internalized homophobia that I had myself. You know, that it's like I wanted to say, I said this on Sway a long time ago, but it's like I wanted to say all of the things that other people who had been through what I had been through would need to be said, would want to be said if they had the platform that I had. Mm-hmm. But I also, and shamefully now, you know, I can say it, but I also did not want to be a part of those people, if that makes sense. I wanted to speak for, but I did not want to be a part of that club of someone that had been attacked or assaulted or beat up or jumped, especially for the reason that it seemed like I was. So that's where the performative nature came in of, oh, he hit me and then I hit his ass back. It's like, what is that? Yeah. You know, of putting on to seem less weak. Yeah. And that certainly comes from, you know, being young and, you know, hearing my pop say, you know, you better know how to fight. People gonna think you're a sissy, you know? So what does that say to be 36 years old at the time and have to say, yeah, and then go in front of a journalist that you love and you respect a great deal, had a great relationship with her, had worked with her on Empire. She interviewed Jamal, but did not want to talk to her about that.
Not on those terms.
Not on those terms.
Yeah.
Having to go, I'm just like, why do I have to go out and tell people what happened to me? It happened to me. Like, why is that owed?
So you added stories. You added that you punched him back. You had people believe that you fought back against people who attacked you, and you lied. And you just kind of weaved in a nice little extra story to make yourself seem so confident. Why? You just made it worse. First of all, if you okay with people not believing you, you wouldn't do this interview. Because if you did this interview, you know what's going to be talked about. No matter how many years go by, no matter who talks to you about it, there's always going to be that conversation in the air of, so let's talk about that hate crime. So let's talk about what happened that day. You set yourself up for the most hilarious gotcha under the sun. And again, you make it worse. And it makes me sick because at one point in time, I believed that, you got beat up and the trauma of it had you fucking up your own story. Because you know what? That's a possibility. But as it went on, you became somebody nobody could trust because you weren't forthcoming. You were dancing around the subject matter. Your supporters were calling anybody homophobic for not caring about you. And now that we've reached this point where the genuine consensus is that you're a fucking liar and that you scapegoated a lot of people. You tried to walk free and you didn't for like 3.5 days, and then you walked out and you can't go back to jail. They're not gonna they can't retry you. You're a free man. All you gotta do is live your life now. Let this shit be the most embarrassing part of your adult years and grow and go. You are free and clear to do that. But fuck when you sit there and tell people, hey, I'm cool with you not believing me. Then you give the bombshell that, you embellished just a little bit, AKA you lied. You lied about punching them back. So now it calls into question this fucking documentary. It call into question how this documentary is skewed, because if you remember, the documentary is not good at all. It's created to make you ask a question of, did the cops lie? How come this evidence wasn't brought up? How come these people weren't talked to about it? But when you actually listen to what these people say, you recognize that they would have just been there saying, oh, I saw something, but not really enough. Oh, I can't tell based on poor camera quality footage that this person is either dark as fuck or white as fuck. The more you take time to stop talking about it and then coming back to talk about it, you make this shit worse. So for the love of everything holy, unholy, and throw in a tuna melt Subway sandwich somewhere in between, stop talking about this shit. If you want everybody off your ass, if you want people to truly see you as a changed man, stop. Just fucking stop. This is what makes this so bad for me, and what makes it a little bit infuriating is that this dude was championed by the LGBTQ community, and for a moment was viewed as like a beacon of hope, a beacon of inspiration, a beacon for people to believe in. He was, as much as you'll laugh at me saying that, he was viewed in this manner. But the fact that he admits to embellishing, adding extra detail to make himself seem more impactful, you just spat in the face of all these people who have actually been attacked, and they just so happen to be gay or trans or lesbian. You've invalidated them because they believed in you. They believed that a guy who is just like them got attacked, and now you've spat in their fucking face. So congratulations. You're a piece of shit to not only the black people who actually get attacked, but you're a piece of shit to the gays who actually get attacked. And you know what? I actually do want a consequence for you. I want you banned from all sandwich shops, not just Subway. I don't want you to be able to even buy bread from the store, because who knows what you would shove up your ass to make people believe that you got attacked by some hillbilly white. I'm going to end this video like this. You heard it in an earlier clip from that interview he did with Cam Newton, and he says it a few more times throughout the interview about, oh, why do I owe you a type of explanation? Why do I owe you an answer as to why you're asking me these questions? Because you broadcasted, along with several people who cared about you, the importance of speaking up when someone is attacked, presumably at the time, for their skin color or their sexuality or where they work or how they work or what they advocate for. You, along with many other people, advocated for speaking up about this. So when the shit hit the fan and it ended up being against you and people started to turn against your story and time went on and everybody started seeing it to be finicky, that is why people were on you. Don't try to make it seem like people should be shamed for asking you straight up. Make it to where you would actually want to give them a truthful answer. But because we've gone 7 years with this and it has been cut to print, you wasting people's time, I'm sorry, bro, but the more you keep trying to play patty cake and try to be sanguine and try to be the omnipotent narcissist who says, oh, in one moment I need y'all to speak out, or I need y'all to care because this happened to me, or you giving interviews that now you look back on and have a problem with, and now you want to turn it into, well, what are you owed an explanation for? Congratulations. You spit in the face of all these people who get attacked, who get kidnapped, who get jumped, who get beat, and their stories don't gain traction because we got to worry about motherfuckers who want to skip the front of the line so that they could talk about how important they are when they really don't mean too much of shit. So thank you, Smuggle Nuts, and fuck you.